the innocent and naive fourth junior sister unexpectedly stormed into the room of the bad guy senior brother. Eldest brother looked him over. At this moment, inside the dormitory of the advanced disciples of Celestial One Peak, eldest brother is taking a bath in the room. He didn't expect that the second junior sister has quite a hidden depth. She looks pure and noble with a mature charm. But he didn't expect she has two different sides. He was planning to take a nap after bathing. The fourth junior sister suddenly barged in. Eldest brother's master asked her to inform you to go to Dragon Head Peak, where Ethan Yi is accusing you in front of the true master of the sect, crying and accusing you of colluding with the third senior sister. Blaise Lin then realized that he seemed to be not wearing clothes. He was so embarrassed on the spot. But when faced with indecision, bad guy literature. Anyway, being a bad guy, what is there to fear? So, he started to tease the fourth junior sister. But the innocent and naive fourth junior sister doesn't understand Blaise Lin's sweet talk at all. Blaise Lin is also speechless. If the second junior sister and the third junior sister were here, they would probably have blushed by now. She really doesn't understand anything. Indeed, she is the most innocent and pure angel in the original work. In order to portray the bad guy character, he actually said such shameless words to the innocent small junior sister. It's truly heart-wrenching. Then he quickly asked small junior sister to leave the room. He would change his clothes first. Small junior sister, who closed the door, had a Yandere-like expression on her face. Eldest brother has a great figure. She swore to eliminate Ethan Yi at the Five Peaks Martial Gathering at all costs, and get eldest brother no matter what. On the other side, Aurelia Zhu, who was sleeping, also awakened to the celestial Tao memory at this moment. In her memory, countless disciples of the Qinglan sect of Immortality were killed or injured. However, Ethan Yi told her to hurry and save Seraphina Xiao and the other junior sisters. Aurelia Zhu is extremely disgusted by the hypocritical male lead. If it weren't for Ethan Yi deliberately delaying the time along the way, how could the Qinglan sect of Immortality end up in such a situation? Now only Master Uncle Xiao and the three junior sisters are fighting fiercely to save Master Uncle Xiao and the junior sisters of Celestial One Peak. Even though she is unwilling to associate with Ethan Yi, she still opened the sect protecting formation with him. Your junior sister has survived, but her master and junior sisters all died tragically. Just when Ethan Yi thought his plan was flawless. Little did he know about Seraphina Xiao and the junior sisters. He has already seen through his hypocritical face. A knock on the door also startled Aurelia Zhu awake from her sleep. It turns out that Ethan Yi is now accusing her of conspiring with the third senior sister of Celestial One Peak. Therefore, the sect leader has asked her to go to Dragon Head Peak for a confrontation. Aurelia Zhu, who has now awakened the celestial Tao memory, also silently swears in her heart. She will definitely not let this damned Ethan Yi off the hook. The only thing she is puzzled about now is who Blaise is as mentioned by Master Uncle Xiao. The aloof and unrivaled junior sister Zhu unexpectedly harbors feelings for the bad guy senior brother. She even took the initiative to stand up for Blaise Lin. Outside the Dragon Head Peak Palace at this moment, small junior sister asked Blaise Lin to go in quickly, so as to prevent Ethan Yi from adding fuel to the fire inside. Just then, a voice called out and stopped Blaise Lin. The newcomer, chief disciple Aurelia Zhu from under Widow Su of Phoenix Song Peak, was also called over to confront. In the original work, Aurelia Zhu is actually the male protagonist, a harem beauty he worked hard to charm. Just saw eldest brother looking lecherous, gazing at Aurelia Zhu in black stockings in front of him. This made the small junior sister beside him furious to the point of wanting to die. Aurelia Zhu's feelings towards Ethan Yi in the original work. It seems that she wants to discuss countermeasures. How to successfully rescue Ethan Yi. Who knows that Aurelia Zhu is also playing by her own rules. She accuses Ethan Yi of being overly bold, illegally entering the Celestial Maiden Pool as the chief disciple, We must join forces to punish this person severely. It's best to make sure he can never turn over a new leaf." Upon hearing this, Blaise Lin directly froze in place. But then he expressed that he conducts himself with honesty and integrity. Although Ethan Yi is guilty, he will be judged by the strict rules of the cultivation sect. He also requested Aurelia Zhu not to kick him when he's down. The small junior sister behind looked unhappy. When did eldest brother become so righteous and glorious? Eldest brother didn't dare to linger, and quickly took off with small junior sister. Afraid of getting into another argument with Aurelia Zhu and making the plot even more absurd. Aurelia Zhu felt shy as she watched eldest brother leave. She didn't expect eldest brother to be so upright and uncompromising, quite different from what she had imagined. At the same time, in the main hall of the Celestial Sky Palace, the Grandmasters of each peak have already gathered. When Blaise Lin arrived, Ethan Yi immediately began to act. Seeing this scene, Blaise Lin was speechless. The once decisive Divine King Yi in the original story was actually defeated by this lackey bad guy. He knelt down and cried bitterly in front of the spy from the dark sect. Now, all Blaise Lin can do is try his best to keep this guy alive until the Five Peaks Martial Gathering. Later, Ethan Yi was given an international hand signal. And he also sensed that Destiny's aura of the Chosen One during the eye contact with the male lead just now. There was no strong oppressive force. Could it be that his own destiny is beginning to wane? At this time, the sect leader asked Blaise Lin why Phalith Chu was not present. Blaise Lin replied that the third junior sister practiced the piano excessively last night. She hurt her heart channels, so she is resting in the dormitory. Shortly after that, he began to interrogate Blaise Lin about whether he instructed Phalith Chu to trick Ethan Yi into going to the Celestial Maiden Pool. Blaise Lin is speechless. How should he explain to clear his name without causing harm to Ethan Yi? Master Peng reassured Ethan Yi to rest assured. With the relationships he has built up over the years within the sect, if no one stands up for Blaise Lin today, he will undoubtedly die. Who knew that the next second, Widow Su actually stepped forward. She said that if Seraphina Xiao didn't show up today, she would stand in for her and personally support Blaise Lin. Blaise Lin was deeply moved at this moment. Ethan Yi's face was full of unwillingness. He hated it. Why does this fraud Blaise Lin have such good luck? And at this moment, he also had a bold guess. Blaise Lin couldn't be the one that Elder Shi mentioned, could he? The heir of the multiverse, who stole his destiny? Subsequently, Widow Su joined Blaise Lin in the main hall and echoed his statements. Widow Su originally intended to help mitigate Blaise Lin's situation. However, she unexpectedly admitted that she had sent the third junior sister to apologize to Ethan Yi on his behalf last night. Because Blaise Lin was well aware that the third junior sister would most likely encounter other disciples from Cloud Drift Peak when she went to find Ethan Yi on that night, he thought it was better to openly admit it rather than be evasive. But Blaise Lin then explained his true intentions. He just wanted the third junior sister to help him ease the resentment between himself and Ethan Yi. Unexpectedly, the third junior sister hurriedly found him with an anxious expression. She said she had accidentally lost sight of Ethan Yi, and despite searching everywhere, they couldn't find Ethan Yi's figure. This impressive reverse manipulation not only made everyone believe it was a misunderstanding but also attracted the admiring eyes of the disciples. Treating subordinates, who had lost with warmth like a spring breeze. Chief Disciple Lin is truly a noble gentleman. This has really annoyed the male lead on the side. Clearly, it was a deliberate scheme to set him up. Now, it has turned into coming to apologize. Widow Su exploded on the spot upon hearing this. This really frightened Ethan Yi, making him shiver uncontrollably. Fortunately, Fat Lao intervened to defuse the situation. Widow Su then asked Blaise Lin, who could testify for him and his junior sister. Blaise Lin was also unable to answer for a moment. But at this moment, in the past life, the male lead of Harem Beauties, Aurelia Zhu, suddenly stood up to testify for Blaise Lin. The Son of Destiny actually apologized to the bad guy senior brother. who knew that the next second he would be knocked out on the spot by Master. Just now, junior sister Zhu suddenly stood up to prove for Blaise Lin. When detaining Ethan Yi, indeed saw him at Celestial One Peak. Junior sister Chu asked other disciples if they had seen Ethan Yi. This statement directly proves this whole thing is a misunderstanding. Aurelia Zhu has never met Blaise Lin, but in Celestial Dao memory, she learned that he has unique insight. He was the first to see through the hypocritical nature of Ethan Yi. Therefore, she plans to take advantage of the situation before it unfolds, fighting side by side with eldest brother to send Ethan Yi to hell. Ethan Yi was furious upon hearing this, accusing them of being in cahoots. He then showcased his acting skills, earnestly pleading with the Grandmaster and elders present to intercede on his behalf. Blaise Lin looked delighted at the scene. This young man, with a mischievous spirit, unexpectedly knows how to step up and help in critical moments. Unfortunately, you are still too young. I only see Blaise Lin transforming from his usual self into a righteous light. Junior brother Yi, I know you are emotional and speaking without restraint. However, you cannot frame the innocent just because you have suffered grievances. How can you forge a pure and righteous heart in this way? This exaggerated performance has successfully captivated the onlookers in the audience. Ethan Yi, who was about to defend himself again, was silenced by old Dao's intervention. He could only wear a dark expression on his face. Let Ethan Yi admit that this incident was an accident. The enmity today shall be repaid in blood in the future. So the chubby old Taoist also helped smooth things over by coming up with an excuse. He explained that the whole thing was just a misunderstanding. And he made Ethan Yi swallow his pride, take the initiative to shake hands, and apologize. Ethan Yi looked unwilling. Clearly, he was the only victim in this incident. He was even mocked like a pig. In the end, he still had to apologize to this fraud. But a real man can bend and stretch. Although feeling reluctant and helpless, he still apologized publicly to Blaise Lin in the end. Blaise Lin saw that things had finally come to an end. So, he decided to shake hands and make peace. Who knew that the next second, Ethan Yi was knocked out by Master on the spot. Seraphina Shao quickly came to Blaise Lin's side. She declared that as long as she was present today, no one from the Qinglan sect of Immortality dared to harm Blaise Lin in the slightest. Ethan Yi is speechless. Why is it always himself getting injured? Blaise Lin quickly explained to Master that it was all a misunderstanding. Just now, Ethan Yi was coming over for a handshake to make amends. Seraphina Shao, looking embarrassed, hurriedly took Blaise Lin back to Celestial Yuan Peak. Small junior sister was left alone here. Small junior sister looked displeased. Master's arrival made senior brother lose his focus. It was clear that senior brother arrived first. Several grandmasters noticed that Seraphina Shao was becoming increasingly unruly, so they decided to send someone to discipline her. Widow Su directly volunteered herself. Coincidentally, she highly appreciated Blaise Lin's nephew disciple's talent. She also knew her junior sister's temperament very well. She decided to take care of this matter herself. Widow Su knows well that if she doesn't step in now, Blaise Lin might be taken away by Seraphina Shao. She will never allow the prey that's in her hands to fly away again. The bad guy senior brother actually confessed his feelings to Master in public. Master was overjoyed by this sudden confession as well. After proving his innocence, Blaise Lin was immediately taken back to Celestial Yuan Peak by Master. Blaise, we are finally back home. No need to be afraid of others bullying you. At this moment, Blaise Lin was speechless to the extreme. I'm freaking out about you crazy altering the storyline. KO the son of destiny without hesitation. Master seems to be unhappy. Blaise Lin quickly explains. He is so happy to be alive after that disaster. Seraphina Shao knows his discontent well. She feels that today she went too far as a teacher. Her mood also became exceptionally low. Blaise Lin also erupted at this moment. I feel that Seraphina Shao was a bit extreme today. Although Ethan Yi is not a good person, he really did not intend to harm others. Master indiscriminately beat him severely. After Blaise Lin spoke these sincere words, she felt anxious. She was prepared long ago to be slapped away by Master. Master unexpectedly had no reaction. Instead, he stood in place and started crying bitterly. Serafina Xiao never expected this in her lifetime. She never cared about anyone's opinions, but Blaise Lin regarded her in such a way. Today, she just wanted to protect her beloved disciple Che. Is there anything wrong with that? Thinking of what Luna Maiden said before, could it be true that Blaise Lin really has no feelings for her at all? But today, let our fate stop at the master-disciple relationship. Without illusions, there will be no hurt. Who knew that when she was heartbroken, Blaise Lin suddenly hugged her from behind? What bad guy senior brother ascending to immortality plot collapse? Let's put that aside for now. Master's kindness is vast. If one cannot be grateful, then what's the difference compared to a salted fish? Later, Blaise Lin spoke out about the question that Master asked him that day. Eldest brother could only be seen expressing deep affection, saying that he is willing to spend his whole life accompanying Master until eternity. Master was also taken aback by this sudden confession. It was unexpectedly charming. He didn't expect Blaise Lin, this kid, to be so good at flirting. Blaise Lin is like a little girl when she sees Master happy. He swears that he will not let Master shed tears again before ascending to immortality. Inside the Lotus Cave Mansion, Serafina Xiao solemnly instructed Blaise Lin to dominate the Five Peaks martial gathering and make a name for himself in the entire East Realm cultivation level world. Eldest brother was speechless to the extreme. Master has started changing the script again. Blaise Lin couldn't help but mock himself. The disciple's aptitude is ordinary. It seems that he cannot become a generation's pride in this lifetime. Serafina Xiao looked at him nonchalantly. She was quite angry. Learning about what Blaise Lin was thinking in her heart also deeply touched her. So she took the initiative to offer to help Blaise Lin change completely. This way, he can last longer and accompany her and the three junior sisters. This method may require Serafina Xiao to pay a small price. In the original text, it was mentioned that Master is the reincarnation of the Celestial Realm Eclipse Sword Emperor. Does Master really need to bestow upon himself a set of big cosmic creation, since he is already on the verge of becoming an immortal? So, he really does not need it. So he quickly took out fine wine to change the subject. Master, this is one of the top 10 rare fairy brews. Mirror flower, pure brew. Today we won't leave until we're drunk. Fortunately, having such a prop saved him from disaster. Indeed, fine wine is Master's true love. The bad guy, senior brother, unexpectedly did such a sweet thing for Master. He even sneaked a kiss on Master while leaving. In the previous life, eldest brother was at the Five Peaks martial gathering. Because of dissatisfaction with being humiliated by the male Li before, eldest brother secretly took the Master's eclipsing Black Lotus with the intention of regaining his reputation. Who knew that he was discovered by Master? Master reprimanded Blaise Lin for daring to embezzle the eclipsing Black Lotus and attack fellow disciples. It's really disappointing for the teacher. Blaise Lin quickly explained that Ethan Ye's words should not be trusted. Master is already extremely disappointed with Blaise Lin and has taken him to the cliff of regret to reflect. Although Blaise Lin is filled with all kinds of resentment, what hurts him the most is Master's attitude towards him. What Blaise Lin doesn't know is that Serafina Xiao pardoned his mistake on the condition of imparting sword intent. Who knew that when she arrived at the cliff of regret, she found her beloved disciple had already perished here. Whenever she thinks about everything that happened in the past life in her dreams, she can't help but shed tears. Blaise will definitely not let the previous tragedy happen again, this time as a master. Blaise Lin didn't expect the system reward of fine wine. It's so effective. Even Master, the wine lover, is drunk. Watching Master being intoxicated, Blaise Lin had a mischievous smile on his face. It would be too unfair if he didn't do something naughty. After all, he is a bad guy. Then he got his hands on the next prop for his stunt, the eclipsing Black Lotus. According to the original plot, before the Five Peaks martial gathering, Blaise Lin tried to crush Ethan Yi. He was entranced and sneaked into Master's cave, stealing the forbidden mystical artifact eclipsing Black Lotus from Celestial One Peak. It was this incident that caused Master to be greatly disappointed in him. This time, he not only wanted to take away the eclipsing Black Lotus, but also something he had always wanted to do. That is to pinch Master's face while she's asleep. The feeling is really amazing. Blaise Lin, after all this, kissed Master's cheek affectionately before leaving. Little did they know, Seraphina Xiao had been pretending to be asleep the whole time. She didn't expect Blaise Lin to kiss her secretly, and he did it so skillfully. Luna Maiden suddenly appeared at this moment. It turns out that Seraphina Xiao's prediction was accurate. Blaise Lin really knows how to steal the mystical artifact. Luckily, Seraphina Xiao was well prepared. Luna Maiden purified the ominous demonic aura of the eclipsing Black Lotus, which has now transformed into the true celestial-grade mystical artifact, 9 Nether Blue Lotus. Luna Maiden couldn't see through Seraphina Xiao either. Could it be that in her memory, there are traces of the lost omens of the celestial Tao, which allowed her to glimpse into the future only to a limited extent? Seraphina Xiao realized that just glimpsing might not be enough. Previously, Luna Maiden mentioned that Ethan Yi is a person with a great destiny in the celestial realm. To completely erase him, one must first exhaust his destiny. Luna Maiden told her that it seems like there has been a turning point. It turns out that when Blaise Lin entered, Luna Maiden sensed a trace of golden destiny from the celestial realm on Blaise Lin. Seraphina Xiao was shocked to hear this. Could it be that Blaise is also the chosen one from the celestial realm? In fact, Blaise Lin is just an ordinary person. Luna Maiden speculated that he might have started to change his own destiny under the silent dedication of Seraphina Xiao. He is not only turning his own fate around, but also seems to be preparing to counterattack against the Son of Destiny. Junior sister with Yandere tendencies unexpectedly confessed her love for bad guy Senior Brother in public, even forcefully kissing Senior Brother at the slightest disagreement. As a bad guy, Blaise Lin, the eldest brother, naturally refuses to show weakness. Small junior sister was rigorously trained by elder every day since she was 8 years old. All day long, she faced fierce spiritual beasts to make them submit. Whenever small junior sister is threatened, Blaise Lin will lend a helping hand. But she still can't escape from Blaise Lin's belittling taunts. Small junior sister is really useless. At a critical moment, she still has to rely on others. Even the elder, who taught her how to command beasts, is extremely disappointed in her. She is truly timid as a mouse, not suitable to be a beast master. However, even so, small junior sister is unwilling to give up, just because she wants to personally eliminate the spirit beast that killed her parents. At night, small junior sister was awakened by a noise. When she walked outside, she discovered that the spirit beast that killed her parents had been killed by someone. And the person who killed the spirit beast was none other than her eldest brother, who teased her every day. The once weak fourth junior sister is now able to command such high-level spirit beasts. All of this is thanks to her beloved eldest brother. When Blaise Lin sneakily pinched small junior sister from behind, small junior sister guessed that the person must be her eldest brother, just from eldest brother's breath and scent. Small junior sister deeply engraved it in her mind. Blaise Lin was full of joy. This is the pure and lovely fourth junior sister who declared to dominate and conquer the Qinglan sect of Immortality just that day. The blackened Yandere must be an illusion. At this time, small junior sister looked excited. She expressed that she had a gift to give to eldest brother. That's how small junior sister unknowingly led Blaise Lin far away. When Blaise Lin removed the white gauze, the sky was filled with a rainbow fire phoenix that small junior sister had prepared for him. Blaise Lin, who witnessed this scene, was extremely shocked. This is a very rare ancient innate stage spiritual beast that is rarely seen in the entire cultivation world. No wonder the original work hinted that the real world-ending power comes from this inconspicuous little girl. Blaise Lin was puzzled why his junior sister wanted to give him these things. The shy small junior sister expressed that Sakura had asked eldest brother what his favorite spiritual beast was. Eldest brother said he liked the rarest and most precious thing in the world, so she thought of this rainbow fire phoenix. At this moment, Blaise Lin was deeply moved. In fact, what Blaise Lin originally wanted was to reunite with his family. He didn't expect that a casual remark he made had caused small junior sister to worry for so long. Small junior sister saw Blaise Lin bowing his head in silence, and thought that the gift she gave was not satisfactory. So, she quickly apologized to eldest brother. Eldest brother has never been interested in mythical beasts. How could he like this group of phoenixes? Who knew in the next second, Blaise Lin suddenly pulled small junior sister into his arms, and expressed that he really liked the gift. Small junior sister happily flew into his arms upon hearing that. She likes eldest brother the most. The fearless bad guy senior brother even blushed shyly at this moment. In the end, small junior sister bid farewell to singlehood with a deep kiss. Blaise Lin is speechless. Is this still his innocent small junior sister? Even a bad guy like him feels inferior. In order to maintain his sleazy bad guy image, Blaise Lin directly took control of the situation. The next step is his domain. Who knew that small junior sister had a Yandere expression on her face? She indicated that eldest brother had been using the same tough talk for years, and showed no signs of getting tired. Suddenly, a deafening sound came from the sky, interrupting the conversation between the two. 7 colorful light balls were seen in the sky, falling at a speed visible to the naked eye. In the end, the 7 light balls collided on Mount Taitsong not far away. At this moment, Blaise Lin finally realized. That place seems to be Mount Taitsong, where the Qinglong 6 saints reside. It's over, it's really over now. The Son of Destiny was actually ruthlessly abandoned by Elder Shi. Do not underestimate the poor youth, it's not a good idea. At this moment, at the peak of the Qinglong sect of Immortality on Mount Taitsong, the Sword Saint and the Great Martial True Lord have a look of desolation on their faces. It turns out that the Celestial Tao did not respond to their prayers. The 7 stars fate prayer formation has completely failed. The Great Martial True Lord stated that the 5 Peaks Martial Gathering is about to begin. The winner of this session is the chosen one. Therefore, he instructed to bring the winner to Mount Taitsong when the time comes, where he will personally impart the sect's precious technique to resist the threat of the dark sect. This is also the last thing he can do before his passing. The Great Martial True Lord learned that Seraphina Shao has been guiding disciples in cultivation recently, looking pleased. He then ordered that after his passing and ascension, if the dark demon in the coiled dragon abyss breaks through the seal, all shall follow Seraphina Shao's command. Just because he knew that Seraphina Shao is the Qinglong sect of Immortality's greatest trump card. At the same time, eldest brother thought that the vision should be related to the 7 stars fate prayer formation. According to the original plot, it is on the eve of the 5 Peaks Martial Gathering. Gather all the power of the elders, and use the forbidden ancient technique, the 7 stars fate prayer formation, to prolong the lifespan of the Sword Saint, the Great Martial True Lord, who is about to fall. In the Qinglong sect of Immortality, only he can barely match the Master, the Eclipse Sword Emperor, who has reincarnated. Why would this powerful individual at the Tao fusion stage fall prematurely? Just because he has been constantly depleting his origin power. Suppressing the boss in the forbidden area of the cultivation sect, who is the master of fat old Taoist, the heavenly blood demon. Blaise Lin did not expect the plot to take such a turn. According to the original story, after the male lead wins the championship, he goes to the coiled dragon abyss to find the Qinglong spell sword. And there he obtains his second opportunity from the celestial realm beauty Luna Maiden. But now that the Qinglong spell sword has been forcibly given to Blaise Lin by the system, What will the male lead use to defend against the dark sect? Upon thinking of this, Blaise Lin couldn't help but have a black line on his face. Small junior sister quickly stepped forward to comfort Blaise Lin. Eldest brother, don't worry. I will protect senior brother. At this moment, Blaise Lin struggled deeply inside. Only he, who is familiar with the script, can easily defeat the dark demon to protect master and the junior sister's safety. The male lead, who was turned into a pig head by Seraphina Xiao, is venting his frustration on the other side. He even threatened to make Blaise Lin suffer when he rises to power by tearing his tendons and skinning him alive. Elder Shi, seeing him like this, is still unwilling to give up. He also looks speechless. He had long told him that bypassing the Qinglan sect of immortality, he is still the destined child with great destiny. And remind the male protagonist that after arriving at the Qinglan sect of immortality, all the women he meets constantly rack their brains to send him back to the West. Instead, it's the one he hates the most, Blaise Lin, who has been protecting him. Ethan Yi looked displeased at the words, feeling that Elder Shi was simply trying to mock him. Elder Shi, seeing the situation, decided not to say much more. He planned to help Ethan Yi one last time and assist him in winning the championship at the martial gathering. After Elder Shi said this, he returned to the ring and remained silent. Ethan Yi quickly apologized upon seeing this, and began to paint a rosy picture for Elder Shi. He promised to help rebuild his physical body once he achieved enlightenment. Unfortunately, Elder Shi was truly disheartened this time. No matter how pitifully he begged, Elder Shi still ignored him. Just at this moment, Fatty Dao suddenly paid a visit. Meeting is just an exaggeration of acting skills. Ethan Yi is not dumb and simply allows him to speak his mind. That Lao Dao plans to cooperate closely with Ethan Yi. If we can get 800,000 from Alicia Yi and the help of Northern Gale Elite Cavalry, there is no need to worry about things not working out. Ethan Yi looked surprised. How did he know he still had a younger sister? Ethan Yi agreed to cooperate. But he hopes that he can promise him one thing. That is to represent Cloud Drift Peak in the Five Peaks Martial Gathering 1 month later. He wants to reassure him that he will be healed and his strength will not only recover fully, but his cultivation level will also advance by leaps and bounds. Although Fatty Lao Dao is unwilling, after giving it some thought, he is, after all, a son of destiny. Who knows, he may really have some hidden strengths. Fatty Lao Dao told Ethan Yi that the chief disciple of Peak Master Feng Chen has already requested to participate in the battle on behalf of his senior brother. The other 2 spots have already been decided. This matter seems a bit difficult to handle. Ethan Yi said that there is no need to worry, Master. In half a month, he will have a friendly match with Feng Chen to compete and strive for the qualification of the martial gathering of Peak Master Feng's Peak. Those who have been a bad guy all know that living a simple life is truly a distant dream. The daily routine is just sleeping, idling, and lying flat every day. Returning to the room, Blaise Lin was really unhappy. Previously, the second junior sister advised him not to participate in the Five Peaks martial gathering. Now even small junior sister came to advise him. What exactly is going on? The eldest brother used to be a shrinking violet in previous sessions. Why are they so sure he will participate this time? But what Blaise Lin cares most about at the moment is his wisdom tooth. Since just now, he has felt a slight burning sensation. Blaise Lin looks very shy. It seems like the situation is not good. The next moment, a golden lotus appeared, as Blaise Lin was blessed by 10 chi convergence elixirs. The system automatically activated the speed without internal consumption cultivation level mode for Blaise Lin, and he broke through to the early golden dance stage. Blaise Lin was speechless. The protagonist, Ethan Yi, is upgrading step by step under the guidance of the old master. As a bad guy, he was directly promoted to the senior cultivator of Golden Dan stage. When Blaise Lin encounters Ethan Yi at the Five Peaks martial gathering later, he will find it difficult to win, even if he wants to. So Blaise Lin decided to come to the illusionary spirit cave and choose to lie down flat. Do only 3 things every day. Sleep, look at the photos, and pretend to be bad. Who knows, even so. In the high-speed mode without internal consumption, Blaise Lin only took 10 days. Automatically cultivated to the middle golden dance stage, even breathing can become stronger. It's really making trouble. At this time, Caleb suddenly visited. It turned out that the master summoned all the disciples of the sect to attend the mobilization meeting of the 5 Peaks Martial Gathering at Tai Square on Maiden's Peak. According to the original timeline, Blaise Lin is present at this mobilization meeting. He receives the challenge from Ethan Yi. Now that Ethan Yi has joined the bad guy camp, it's uncertain what changes will occur in the plot. Blaise Lin asked Caleb who the combatants from the other veins are. Caleb also shared with eldest brother the information he had gathered about each combatant. When Blaise Lin learned that Dragonhead Peak will still be represented by Zheng Qingsu this year, he was very surprised. According to the original work, Dragonhead Peak will send out their secret weapon for this 5 Peaks Martial Gathering. That would be the previous chief disciple of Dragonhead Peak, Yuan Jiang, as he possesses the innate enlightened sword heart constitution. He has exceptional talent. He is also greatly favored by Master Purple Cloud True Master. Many years ago, Yuan Jiang was imprisoned in Dragonhead Peak's Cliff of Enlightenment for 60 years for colluding with a dark sect demon woman. This year marks the lifting of his confinement. He then crushed his opponents all the way and successfully met Ethan Yi in a decisive battle. But in the end, he was no match for the Son of Destiny and was ruthlessly defeated. Blaise Lin speculated that it wouldn't be that Yuan Jiang surrendered. It was learned from Caleb. Ethan Yi not only advanced rapidly in his cultivation level to break through the early Golden Dance stage, but also defeated senior brother Feng Chen. Blaise Lin's face lit up with joy at the words. Elder sure is really awesome. Then Blaise Lin took out a bag of spiritual stones and a low-level chi refining stage flying sword from the storage ring and gave them to Caleb. Caleb's eyes sparkled with excitement as he looked at these 2 items. Elder brother instructed Caleb not to get involved in anything at the 5 Peaks Martial Gathering. After the martial gathering ends, come down the mountain and find a place to relax and enjoy life peacefully. Blaise Lin chose to end his own life amidst betrayal and isolation after being defeated by the male protagonist at the 5 Peaks Martial Gathering. Following Blaise Lin's death, Caleb sought to avenge eldest brother, but ultimately failed in his surprise attack and perished. Watching the goofy Caleb, Blaise Lin looks melancholic. He hopes to make a change before he leaves. The fate of this honest child. After hearing what eldest brother said, Caleb burst into tears. In his heart, only eldest brother was willing to talk to him, trying to help him develop his talents. He always remembered this kindness and never dared to forget it. After Caleb promised eldest brother to participate in the 5 Peaks Martial Gathering, he left the Qinglan sect of Immortality to live as an ordinary person. After comforting Caleb, Blaise Lin had no more worries. Watching eldest brother's departing figure, Caleb made a silent vow in his heart. My eldest brother at home is the most generous and kind senior brother in the world. Even if I have to risk my life for him in this lifetime, it doesn't matter. He will definitely protect our eldest brother. Admire every day of the bad guy senior brother. Eldest brother just made an appearance. The 2 junior sisters took the initiative to come forward and embrace him. But such a wonderful moment was disrupted by the challenge issued by the Son of Destiny. When Blaise Lin arrived at Tai Square in Maiden's Peak, all the disciples bowed respectfully to greet the eldest brother. As the chief disciple of Celestial One Peak, Blaise Lin exudes a noble temperament that is unmatched. Everyone also feels that Blaise Lin seems different from before. Of course it's different. Even when lying flat at home, my cultivation level has soared rapidly. Just at this moment, the 2 junior sisters suddenly hugged Blaise Lin tightly. Blaise Lin quickly asked the 2 to let go. They couldn't breathe. The junior sisters were surprised to find that eldest brother had actually broken through from the innate stage to the Golden Dance stage. It's worth noting that Blaise Lin had been stuck in the early innate stage for over a decade. To see him break through to the Golden Dance stage after only a few days was truly astonishing. Blaise Lin looked displeased. Your eldest brother used to keep a low profile and didn't want to break through. But now he's done pretending and revealed his true abilities. He's showing off saying, "I am a genius, deal with it." Such an arrogant appearance makes both Yandere junior sisters even more infatuated. As expected, as the script said, eldest brother, in order to protect everyone, cultivates day and night, fighting to the end with his life against Ethan Yi, the chosen one. It's easy to imagine how much pressure and hardships eldest brother must have endured in reaching the Golden Dance stage in just 10 days. Blaise Lin is speechless. What's going on here? Before Blaise Lin could react, the junior sisters once again threw themselves into Blaise Lin's arms in public. He was just on a losing streak for 10 days. Is this really necessary? At this moment, Master made a domineering entrance. Looking at Blaise Lin and the others not far away, Seraphina Shao felt extremely conflicted in her heart. Later, Seraphina Shao stated that the 3 spots for the leading disciples this time would be filled by the 3 junior sisters from Celestial One Peak. The junior sisters were thrilled to know they would be participating. They vowed to teach Ethan Yi Blaise Lin a lesson for eldest brother. It's actually when you do nothing that is the biggest help to me. Master's face was full of jealousy upon seeing this. What kind of system is it to flirt openly in broad daylight? But when he thought that they were all his good disciples, with such intelligence and talent, and they had a good relationship with their eldest brother, as the master, she should be happy. So he decided to drown his sorrows alone, and try to forget everything in front of him. Who knew that suddenly a chill came over him at this moment? Celestial One Peak Master Uncle Shao is here. Disciple Ethan Yi, the newly appointed chief disciple of Cloud Drift Peak, sends his orders. He has come to issue a challenge and arrange a battle against Celestial One Peak's chief disciple Blaise Lin. Seraphina Shao showed a look of killing intent upon seeing this. She did not expect that the former chief disciple of Cloud Drift Peak, Feng Chen, would still be as described in the script, recklessly coming to challenge her. Blaise Lin, on the other hand, was extremely pleased. The plot point he had been obsessing over had finally arrived. Ethan Yi is indeed a promising young man. You did not disappoint the bad guy, father. Such a perfect start. How wonderful. The bad guy senior brother actually publicly accepted the challenge from the chosen one. Such boldness also made the master junior sisters present admire him even more. Watching such an unprecedented wonderful start, eldest brother was extremely excited. Blaise Lin also succeeded in restoring the bad guy character and successfully advanced to the Golden Den stage summit. Blaise Lin was speechless. Now they are directly forcing experience points. The disciples strongly disapprove of Ethan Yi's provocation before the match. This kid Ethan Yi must have been defeated and begged for mercy by eldest brother before, so he wants to take revenge. I wonder how eldest brother will respond. Blaise Lin mocked Feng Chen relentlessly. Isn't he senior brother Chen? Haven't seen him in a while. How did he become so awkward? Is the position of chief disciple just given up like this? Now, daring to provoke Celestial One Peak. It's like throwing away all dignity. Blaise Lin is truly ruthless. He successfully portrayed the bad guy character again and obtained the passive sacred ability, Divine Wine Spell. Feng Chen dared not say much either. He then came to Seraphina Shao and expressed that he was here to challenge the chief disciple Blaise Lin on behalf of Ethan Yi. Blaise Lin quickly asked if the challenge was intended for the chief disciple of their sect. He questioned the meaning behind disrupting their master and stated that he would accept the challenge. Just then, 2 junior sisters hurried over to stop Blaise Lin from accepting the challenge. Master suddenly became agitated and asked the 2 of them to step aside. She personally accepted the challenge issued by Cloud Drift Peak. Her disciple Seraphina Shao is unparalleled in the world. Why fear someone as insignificant as Ethan Yi? and she instructed Feng Chen to go back and relay a message to Ethan Yi at the time of the Five Peaks martial gathering. Her Celestial One Peaks chief disciple Blaise Lin will once again defeat him, and make him kneel down begging for mercy, losing all face. Feng Chen was so scared that he was shivering. He quickly made his excuses and left. Blaise Lin was extremely happy to hear this. Master understands him after all. But the two junior sisters still didn't want Blaise Lin to participate in the challenge. Are you trying to rebel against the teacher? Two people explain the antics of Ethan Yi. There is no need for eldest brother to take action. They all eagerly volunteer to take up the challenge on behalf of Blaise Lin. Blaise Lin stated that Ethan Yi openly issued a challenge and provocation. As the chief disciple of Celestial One Peak, he must go all out for the battle. How can he hide behind his junior sisters seeking protection? If he acts like a shrinking turtle, how can the 1,000-year-old reputation of Celestial One Peak remain intact? Where is his dignity? Where is Master's prestige? Where is the valor of us cultivators to fight together? Such aura also makes the junior sisters present in awe even more so. Eldest brother has indeed made a choice similar to Celestial Dao Memory, striving to the end against Ethan Yi. My good disciple, I did not misjudge you. In fact, Seraphina Xiao had long planned to personally sever the old karmic ties and forge a new destiny with Blaise Lin. That is why she has taken on this battle today. The disciples below are passionately cheering and supporting Blaise Lin. The two junior sisters also expressed their support for Blaise Lin. As a professionally competent bad guy, of course, one must also have great love. Do you agree? The reward is coming again. It is the secret mystical artifact, Demon's Desire three-headed spear, created by the ancestor of the Harmonious Joy sect. Judging from its name alone, it doesn't seem like a serious item. But since it's a system product, it should be of high quality. Love it, eldest brother, this time I really love it. Watching the master swinging on the swing under the moon. Happy, like a gentle and lovely little girl. Who wouldn't love it? Blaise Lin looked speechless at the moment he obtained the Demon's Desire three-headed spear. The additional effect of this mystical artifact is targeted at enemies of the opposite sex. As a homebody, where would he encounter enemies of the opposite sex? Is he supposed to use it on his three junior sisters? At this moment, Master arrived by Blaise Lin's side, interrupting his happy time. Blaise is about to face a big battle. Don't indulge in love affairs at this time. It's time for me to teach you something real. Blaise Lin is speechless. Is he going to brainwash someone again? Seraphina Xiao quickly took Blaise Lin's hand, intending to take him back to Lotus Cave. This surprised the two junior sisters. Just then, Seraphina Xiao summoned the sword spirit to take eldest brother back together. Sure enough, being handsome pays off. Even the beautiful master takes the initiative to throw herself into his arms. The junior sisters are watching as their master, who is a cultivator from the lower realm, even hatches the sword spirit of the celestial sword. Could it be that the master sword way has reached the celestial stage? The two of them swear to become stronger in order to win the eldest brother's exclusive favor. Return to the master of the Lotus Cave. Outside the cave, they started swinging on a swing under the moon. And this swing was precisely crafted by Blaise Lin with his own hands for Master several years ago. And on the swing, there is a letter full of warmth left by Blaise Lin. Since having this swing, she hasn't gone out to drink anymore. Looking at Master Blaise Lin swinging under the moon, I really fell in love. It's good that Master likes it. It is the duty of a disciple to serve Master filially. Just at this moment, Seraphina Xiao suddenly appeared in front of Blaise Lin. Blaise Lin hadn't even had a chance to react. The next second, he was transported to a deserted desert. And here is exactly the Swordway mystic realm that Master built for him. Seraphina Xiao had already foreseen that Ethan Yi would receive guidance from a master. Not only did he break through to the Golden Dan stage, his Swordway skills also improved by leaps and bounds. Therefore, He brought Blaise Lin here intending to hone his skills through actual combat. And next is the battle between eldest brother and master. Blaise Lin is speechless. Are you trying to murder your own disciple? It was just a casual strike from master. Eldest brother obviously couldn't handle it. Is this the terrifying sword pressure of the #1 swordsman in the Central Continent cultivation level world, sword way of the ancient times? In this mystic realm, Seraphina Xiao has suppressed all divine sword techniques and cultivation level to the same level as eldest brother. She can easily suppress Blaise Lin even using branches as swords. Blaise Lin has also undergone rigorous training under the master's guidance. Understood the sword intent used by the master. Seraphina Xiao is very satisfied. The master indeed did not choose the wrong person. My family's Blaise is destined to be a peerless talent in sword cultivation for all eternity. Later, I plan to take this opportunity to teach Blaise Lin another ultimate skill. In this way, he will be able to easily defeat Ethan Yi, the son of destiny, and have Blaise Lin use his strongest sword technique to strike back. Otherwise, there will be no chance. As soon as the words fell, Seraphina Xiao was bound and restrained by Blaise Lin's green-silver entanglement. This is my strongest sword technique, my disciple. Who would have thought that the bad guy senior brother effortlessly subdued master? In fact, master had already fallen for Blaise Lin the first time they met. And tonight is the first time the two of them are drinking and singing under the moon. Just now, Blaise Lin used his most powerful sword technique, the all things under the sun death strangle, and successfully subdued the master. How is the master? Is this move of the disciple very powerful? Seraphina Xiao quickly begged for mercy and asked Blaise Lin to stop. Blaise Lin didn't expect that his sacred abilities could even persist through the senses. That's really impressive. Seraphina Xiao was furious. How dare you, Blaise Lin, show such disrespect to master? Seeing her anger, Blaise Lin quickly ran away. The disciple just realized that I'm at odds with Ethan Yi. Today, master will teach me a sacred technique to crush his 5-element sword technique and defeat him thoroughly. At this moment, Seraphina Xiao weakly collapsed on the ground. Fortunately, this embarrassing appearance was not seen by Blaise. It's really embarrassing. Very soon, eldest brother learned this set of sword technique under master's guidance. Seraphina Xiao looked at Blaise Lin with relief. In fact, it was from 14 years ago, when she first saw Blaise Lin in a small tavern in Peach Oasis village. She determined that he was a rare genius of the sword way that had been hard to find through the ages. Blaise Lin felt extremely embarrassed. In the original work, he was just an ordinary henchman of the bad guy. Where did he get the talent for the extraordinary sword way? Seraphina Xiao, on the other hand, spent 10 years studying on Maiden's Peak in order to figure out how to master the 5-element sword technique. Blaise Lin was puzzled by what he heard. 10 years? But wasn't Ethan Yi the one who just started climbing the mountain now? Why did the master study this sword technique 10 years ago? Later, eldest brother asked what the name of this sword technique was. When the time comes, he will make sure that this sword technique becomes famous in Qinglan. Seraphina Xiao mentioned that this sword technique was inspired when she saw Blaise Lin arranging flowers in the garden. It was an accidental realization. She hasn't thought of a name yet. Blaise Lin suggested calling it Floral and Jade Art Sword Technique. However, the master feels that this name sounds a bit strange. It also sounds rustic and doesn't match the majesty of her sword technique at all. The next moment, a light bulb moment. How about calling it the Grand Mighty Beautiful Divine Sword Technique? Blaise Lin sprayed out a mouthful of wine upon hearing this. Master, are you serious? Even though I laughed at myself 10,000 times in my heart. But still very certain about naming Master in this way. The name Master is just too fitting. It has to be you, Master. And this is also the happiest day for the two of them in recent years. How many life milestones can we reach over a drink and a song? Luna Maiden looks so happy, yet Seraphina Xiao appears somewhat sad. simply because the first person one falls in love with is destined to bring heartache. The eldest brother is angry. The eldest brother is truly angry this time. Just because he is the chosen one, he dared to make a move on eldest brother's small junior sister. No matter what, he will definitely beat up the male lead today. At this moment, eldest brother couldn't help but think about his role as a lackey of the Qinglan sect of Immortality. He will be very happy when the filming ends. Who knew that at this moment, Caleb suddenly ran over and told him that small junior sister had gone alone to Cloud Drift Peak to duel with Ethan Yi. Upon hearing this, eldest brother quickly rushed over to the scene to intervene. Cloud Drift Peak sword dancing place at this moment. Watching the severely injured pussycat small junior sister Ethan Yi unable to make a sound and crying miserably. Ethan Yi then assumed the posture of a victor. He walked up to small junior sister. "Miss Sakura, let's stop here. The game of life and death duel is not to be taken lightly." And hypocritically claimed that when he first met small junior sister in Peach Oasis Village, he felt an instant connection with her. If not for Blaise Lin repeatedly provoking him, we should be enjoying a sweet moon viewing moment together right now. Small junior sister urged Ethan Yi to quickly put away his hypocritical face. Ethan Yi saw her so stubborn and unyielding. So he walked up to small junior sister. "If it were the me from before, perhaps I may not be a match for you and your spiritual pet, but now I have changed. I'll give you one last chance. Bow to me and apologize." Small junior sister had long seen through the true face of this despicable person. She then launched a severe humiliation at Ethan Yi. And she made it clear that without the support of that powerful figure behind him, this despicable person would never have such strength. He thought he was invincible, noble, and unparalleled in destiny. In reality, he was just a clown jumping around. Ethan Yi did not expect her to know that there was someone supporting him from behind. At this moment, Ethan Yi clearly harbors murderous intentions. He plans to kill to silence. After all, Eldersher is the secret behind his rise. He is definitely not going to let anyone know. Even though the disciples of Cloud Drift Peak advised him to stay calm, Ethan Yi still insisted on taking action. Just at this critical moment, a voice came from the sky above. "Ethan Yi, you are just a younger brother among younger brothers. Bullying women doesn't take any skill. And the person who has come to save the day is our eldest brother." At this moment, Blaise Lin's anger has reached its peak. "Today, I will smash your dog head. Seek revenge for my small junior sister." Looking at the heavily injured small junior sister, eldest brother can't bear it anymore. This time, he is truly angry. "I don't care what you do to me. But dare to hurt small junior sister, it's hitting a sore spot for me." Ethan Yi was frightened by the aura that Blaise Lin just emitted, and quickly stepped back. This guy's sword intent has become stronger than before. And his cultivation level has also reached the Golden Dan stage summit. If Blaise Lin is allowed to be cultivated by Seraphina Xiao, he won't be able to dominate the Five Peaks martial gathering. So, I plan to take this opportunity to get rid of Blaise Lin. Ethan Yi's attacks pose no threat to eldest brother at all. His sword technique is far inferior to Master's. And eldest brother also uses the green-silver binding to tie up and restrain Ethan Yi. The disciple next to him looked incredulous. Celestial One Peak's eldest brother actually used vines to lock up Ethan Yi. Even if Ethan Yi swung his sword, he couldn't break free. Ethan Yi, seeing the situation, had to seek help from Eldersher to break the spell. Eldersher advised him to run quickly. "In this barrier, you are just a little brother." Pressure to the limit, Ethan Yi decided not to hide anymore. "I am the chosen one," he declared. The next second, a pillar of fire shot straight into the sky. This was the most powerful sword technique, the five-element sword technique, that Ethan Yi had learned from Eldersher. The eldest brother was finally going to make a move against the chosen one. Who would have thought that the male protagonist, Ethan Yi, would actually show cowardice and run away? Just now, Ethan Yi used his most powerful sword technique, five-element sword technique. thought eldest brother would be defeated. Who would have thought Ethan Ye's arrogant 5-element sword technique turned out to be harmless to eldest brother? This stunned small junior sister, who was worried about eldest brother. After Ethan Ye's strength greatly increased, he is no longer what he used to be. Yet, he is still at a disadvantage now. How could eldest brother become so strong? It's not like this in Celestial Down memory. Just saw eldest brother looking angry, saying he'll spare Ethan Ye's life for now. On the day of the Five Peaks martial gathering, he will definitely settle all scores, new and old. If it weren't for the mission, eldest brother would have already killed this chosen one, Ethan Ye. Whoever dares to touch him is simply tired of living. Turns out Ethan Ye is still barking, mocking Blaise Lin for using evil sacred abilities to sneak attack him. Originally planning to save the ultimate move for the Five Peaks martial gathering to completely destroy Blaise Lin. Now he has decided to use it early today. That move is the same one Ethan Ye used to defeat Feng Chen before, known as the 5-element destroyer sword. Even if eldest brother knows that if he fights to the death with Ethan Ye tonight, regardless of the outcome, the following plot will completely collapse. His wish to ascend to heaven and return home will also be completely shattered. But for some reason, Blaise Lin seems to have a kind of indescribable relief. Blaise Lin, this time, no longer holds back. The powerful sword intent emanating from his body is chilling. He will use the magnificent sword technique taught by Master to defeat Ethan Ye with one sword. Even Eldersher is afraid this time. This is sword intent. So he quickly persuaded Ethan Ye to retreat. Ethan Ye stated that he only needs one move to defeat the Heaven's chosen son of the former chief disciple of Cloud Drift Peak. Would he still be afraid of the current fraud of Celestial One Peak? Unexpectedly, Eldersher became stern this time. He pointed at Ethan Ye and scolded harshly, calling him a stupid and clueless idiot. Do you really think you are a great fighter? And it reminded Ethan Ye that every time he fought against Blaise Lin, he would suffer heavy injuries, and a portion of his golden supreme destiny would be taken away by Blaise Lin. Eldersher determined that Blaise Lin is the one who has been intercepting the destiny of heir of the multiverse from Ethan Ye in Qinlan's sect of Immortality. Eldersher has never felt murderous intent from eldest brother before. But this time, eldest brother is really going to take serious action. At this moment, Ethan Ye is really scared. After all, even Eldersher is unwilling to lend a hand. It seems that today will be the day he meets his end. The once unrivaled heir of destiny actually chose to flee in fear. Blaise Lin is speechless about what's going on. When Ethan Ye, this kind of brainless, overpowered protagonist, was at the peak of his power after mastering the 5-element sword technique, he unexpectedly chose to retreat without a fight. When eldest brother finally came to his senses, he realized that the deeply wounded small junior sister behind him was full of injuries and feeling extremely guilty. Eldest brother Sakura was utterly useless, not only failing to help eldest brother, but also causing eldest brother to rush over to rescue others. Small junior sister once again confessed her feelings to eldest brother in public. Eldest brother, you look gentle now, just like when we were younger. Please don't pretend to be fierce anymore in the future, okay? Seeing small junior sister sad and in tears, eldest brother truly felt heartbroken this time. Then he picked up small junior sister. Let's go! Eldest brother will take you back to Celestial One Peak to heal your grievances. Eldest brother will avenge them for you one day. One is the peerlessly beautiful master. The other is the adorable small junior sister, who is silly and sweet. Facing the jealousy between master and junior sister. How will eldest brother choose? Eldest brother felt extreme pain seeing the small junior sister covered in scars. But master made fun of it. Fortunately, Blaise brought forth Miss here in time. Otherwise, her wounds would have naturally healed. Later, Seraphina Xiao asked eldest brother why Sakura hated Ethan Ye Blaise Lin so much, and he looked embarrassed. She couldn't tell master. Small junior sister did this for my sake, right? So she said that small junior sister must have realized something about Ethan Ye, that he is a great troublemaker, that's why she hates him so much. After sipping the perfect wine, Master's cheeks were slightly flushed. It seems that my family's Blaise truly has a discerning eye. Just as the atmosphere was heating up, the small junior sister, who was just sleepy a moment ago, actually woke up. The just-awake small junior sister then asked eldest brother for a hug. The nearby master looked at the two of them with jealousy. But thinking of the recent mishap that small junior sister encountered, her heart must not have settled yet. So she decided to turn a blind eye. Seemingly innocent and sweet, small junior sister is actually quite sophisticated deep down. Even master is no match for her. At this moment, master has reached the limit of his patience. Sakura, how dare you defy master right in front of him? Immediately, make sure Blaise Lin is aware of the impact. That's about enough. Who would have thought that small junior sister would stage a bitter drama? Master's heart is feeling really uncomfortable. There are some things I want to talk to eldest brother about in private. Could you please step aside for now? Upon hearing this, master's face was full of anger. Fourth miss, you are going too far. Your master is just drinking here. Is it bothering you? Unexpectedly, small junior sister started crying loudly. Is she still the same silly and sweet girl from before? She was clearly a tea art master. Even more so, she leaned on eldest brother seeking comfort. Unfortunately, Seraphina Xiao was defeated by small junior sister. I didn't expect that she would also have a day of losing to her disciple. Small junior sister is in the cave. There are only her and eldest brother left. She unexpectedly grabbed eldest brother's cheek and kissed him. Today's first kiss was successfully achieved. Blaise Lin is speechless, but as a bad guy, how can he back down? Who knew that the next second, small junior sister would actually push Blaise Lin away? Questioning whether eldest brother's first kiss was her, right? Is it that domineering second senior sister, or the feigned weak Villainous senior sister? A woman's intuition is truly terrifying. At this time, the system informs Blaise Lin that the restoration of the bad guy character has been successful. Reward: 10 portions of the love-infused demon's elixir. Additionally, there are 5 pairs of different types of stockings. Eldest brother is puzzled. 5 pairs of stockings. Other than master and 3 junior sisters, who is the remaining one? Eldest brother personally helped small junior sister put on the white stockings. It was to further enhance the image of the bad guy. He even went as far as kissing small junior sister's jade-like feet. Just now, eldest brother, in order to placate the angered small junior sister, took out the stockings obtained from the system. When small junior sister saw the white stockings in eldest brother's hands, her mood improved a little. Blaise Lin said that these socks were sewn by him personally for Sakura. Sakura has such beautiful legs. They must look especially good when worn. Little junior sister looked at the gift that eldest brother gave her with a happy face. Eldest brother really spoils me the most. Then she shyly expressed that she wanted Blaise Lin to help her put it on personally. Blaise Lin quickly refused. This may not be appropriate. Small junior sister noticed this and started acting coy towards Blaise Lin. Eldest brother also had no choice but to compromise in the situation. After all, if he refused, would he still be that responsible bad guy? And as the bad guy eldest brother, Blaise Lin is most familiar with silk stockings. Previously stealing master stockings, now he is helping small junior sister put on stockings. Just as Blaise Lin was checking the loose threads on small junior sister stockings, small junior sister suddenly asked why eldest brother wanted to steal master stockings when she had some of her own. Blaise Lin is speechless. How did she find out? In order to change the topic, restore the bad guy persona. Eldest brother suddenly kissed small junior sister's foot. This is an awesome move. The system directly presents the Northern Void Sky Swallowing Immortal technique as a reward. Blaise Lin is speechless. This time, he was directly given a Celestial Realm Inheritance Immortal Rank Cultivation level technique. How can he still lose? To avoid triggering any rewards again later, Eldest brother looked embarrassed and chose to run away quickly. At this moment, Blaise Lin is extremely angry. He was just one step away from becoming an immortal. And now they are adding more difficulties, huh? This thing not only accelerates the absorption of the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, but also can seize others' cultivation level technique to devour the power of origin and rules. But before Blaise Lin could finish complaining, the system once again sent the reward of a frozen jade bed. This time, Blaise Lin was completely speechless by the system. System, buddy. Stop pretending. What exactly do you want from me? Do you really think I'm a fool? Can this cultivation ever be successful? And the system's response blinded Blaise Lin's eyes. This cultivation can be successful, but you have to stand to do it. Over the past decade or so, Blaise Lin has put in so much effort to play the role of the bad guy well. Now, he's just one step away from success. After 3 more minor subplots, the major event of the Five Peaks martial gathering will take place. These include the trials of the Sword 2 Mystic Realm, as well as the storylines involving the second junior sister and the third junior sister. Blaise Lin did not participate in the Sword 2 Mystic Realm due to fear of death, so that part can be skipped directly. His next subplot task is the morning alchemy practice 3 days later, with the third junior sister presiding over it for the week. In the original work, after Blaise Lin stole the master's eclipsing Black Lotus, he still felt it wasn't secure enough. Therefore, he set his sights on the Elder's first-rank essence condensing pills, attempting to use this divine pill to quickly enhance his strength. However, that evening, after Blaise Lin stole the Dan, it was caught on camera by the photo stone that the protagonist, Ethan Yi, had installed in the alchemy workshop. According to the timeline, the second side quest will take place exactly 3 days later. When Blaise Lin thought of this, he had a sly smile on his face. This is all because among the 3 junior sisters, the third junior sister is the easiest to manipulate. Let's see how our eldest brother will successfully win over the third junior sister next. Who would have thought that the former Dragon Head Peak Chief disciple Yuan Jiang would? He turned out to be a time traveler just like the bad guy, eldest brother. He couldn't accept that the Qinglan sect of Immortality was destroyed by the protagonist, Ethan Yi. He has been fighting against the protagonist all his life. But no matter how hard he tries, he is no match for the protagonist. But he never expected the plot of the novel. A deviation actually occurred. This time, can he successfully make a comeback? Today is the day when Yuan Jiang will return to the martial arts world after 60 years of seclusion. Master asks if Yuan Jiang does not plan to attend this year's Five Peaks martial gathering. During Yuan Jiang's exile in recent years, Qinglan's sect of Immortality has produced many talented individuals. For example, the chief disciple of Phoenix Song Peak, Aurelia Zhu. Celestial Yuan Peak, the second disciple, Grace Gua. Before the words had even faded, Yuan Jiang mentioned Ethan Ye's name. And he said that it would be better not to go to this martial gathering this time. After all, he would not be able to get first place even if he went. Why bother being a stepping stone for others? Yuan Jiang plans to cultivate diligently at the Cliff of Enlightenment until he becomes immortal. He won't come down the mountain until he succeeds. This has deeply troubled his master. He doesn't understand his own beloved disciple. Why is he so concerned about that? Just a month into training, Ethan Yi is not at all a match for his favorite disciple, even if Ethan Yi has received some opportunities. But Yuan Jiang told Master that Master might think he is already strong enough. In fact, all the geniuses of the Qinglan sect of Immortality are just stepping stones for Ethan Yi. The outcome is already determined. Whether to go or not is no longer important. And now he has more important things to attend to. That will happen after the Five Peaks martial gathering. Heavenly Blood Demon will then break the seal. Who knows that Master suddenly told Yuan Jiang that the person he cares most about, Ethan Yi, has just been defeated by the Celestial Yuan Peak Chief disciple Blaise Lin. Yuan Jiang looked incredulous upon hearing this. You should know that the protagonist, Ethan Yi, is the destined son of destiny unparalleled. He actually lost to a seemingly insignificant small fry. At this moment, Yuan Jiang suddenly knelt down, begging the master to agree to one thing. And this has been the case for so many years. Yuan Jiang once again called out to Purple Cloud True Master, which deeply moved the master to tears. Yuan Jiang expressed that he has not been in contact with outsiders for many years, and intentionally severed ties with the cultivation sect out of helplessness. He promised to reveal the ins and outs of the whole matter truthfully after he accomplishes his task. Master has always believed in Yuan Jiang's character and expressed that he could do something for him. What Yuan Jiang sought was the sword tomb of the coiled dragon abyss that will be opened soon. Wants to postpone the opening of the sword tomb until after the Five Peaks martial gathering. He plans to go to the sword tomb to temper himself at that time, watching Yuan Jiang's extremely sincere attitude. Thinking about the grievances that Yuan Jiang has endured over the past 60 years. Master agreed. Master's love for Yuan Jiang moved him to tears of gratitude. He vowed to keep moving forward no matter how difficult the road ahead may be, and never retreat. Even if it means burning through his life, he will protect the sect. Now, the only thing he has to do is to become stronger. After Yuan Jiang practiced swordsmanship 100,000 times, the system once again sent him a reward. Unfortunately, it's another sword technique that Yuan Jiang knows is completely inadequate for his current middle manifestation stage cultivation level. It would have been great if the reward could have been to enhance his cultivation level. You guessed it right. In fact, Yuan Jiang is also a time traveler. 80 years ago, he crossed over to this world in the guise of a young man, becoming the chief disciple Yuan Jiang who fought valiantly to protect his sect and ultimately perished. He felt immense joy in the Qinglan sect of Immortality, so he couldn't accept the outcome of the Qinglan sect of Immortality being destroyed by the Dark Sect. And the mastermind behind all of this is the protagonist Ethan Yi. Unfortunately, no matter how his cultivation level improves, he is ultimately no match for the protagonist Ethan Yi. I thought that even if I exhaust my entire life, I cannot change the fate of the cultivation sect. Who would have known that the gears of fate are slowly starting to deviate? This also restores his confidence. Yuan Jiang swears that this time he will definitely make a comeback as the king. Change everything. Queen Alicia Yi, she is finally coming. Just didn't expect the queen who dominates the scene. I actually had a secret crush on eldest brother when I was young. I even made a vow to Blaise Lin that if he becomes the emperor in the future, he can rule the 9 heavens together with me. Just woke up, eldest brother feels extremely relaxed. Just then Caleb came to remind. Today's morning class is in the Dan refining room on Dragon Head Peak. Eldest brother asked Caleb if he made a mistake. Isn't today the sword tomb trial? So Caleb then informed eldest brother about the delay in opening the sword tomb. Eldest brother looked confused. It will be opened after the 5 Peaks martial gathering. Is there another deviation in the plot? Helpless Blaise Lin can only resort to brute force and deception. After all, advancing early wouldn't stop him from following the plot. At this moment, inside Dragon Head Peak's Dan Tower, the heavyweight Dan is about to make an appearance. Elder then entrusted the task of showcasing the Bodhi Essence condensation pill to eldest brother, and instructed Blaise Lin to return it to its original position after the display. And this Dan is precisely for the use of the 6 saints and the Supreme Elders. This is the plot where Blaise Lin is supposed to steal the Dan as written in the original story. Unfortunately, Blaise Lin searched for a long time, but couldn't find the protagonist, Ethan Yi, not paying attention. What Dan is he still going to steal? And the system only requires Blaise Lin to restore his own character setting in the plot. As for the rest, there is no need to worry. Little did she know that every move of eldest brother is seen by the 3rd junior sister. This time, no matter what, she must prevent eldest brother from ruining his reputation. At night, eldest brother is anxiously waiting for Caleb to inquire about any news regarding Ethan Yi. It turns out that after being beaten and fleeing by eldest brother yesterday, Ethan Yi went to Fatty Lao Dao's cave. He has been closed off for cultivation, and has not come out since. Blaise Lin didn't expect that this fat guy, the bad guy, would actually let Ethan Yi go to his place for cultivation. Could it be that he really regards Ethan Yi as one of his own? Although the plotline has deviated a bit, it's good that there's still the storyline of him stealing from Dan. Then he changed into his night clothes and planned to make a night raid on the third junior sister guarding the alchemy workshop. And the jade pendant that Blaise Lin carried with him at all times accidentally fell to the ground. Looking at this half-piece of jade pendant, Blaise Lin thought of the sweet memories of his childhood. Brother Xiao, thank you for saving me. If I become the female emperor one day, I will allow you to rule the 9 heavens with me. Blaise Lin also wonders if her childhood dream of dominating the western wilderness and conquering the 9 continents has come true. And Ethan Yi is currently in Fatty Lao Dao's cave, diligently cultivating. Elder Shi reminded Ethan Yi that this cave is filled with evil energy and suppresses countless resentful spirits. That old Taoist must be hiding some unspeakable secrets. Ethan Yi is not in the mood to care about these things. He only wants to do one thing now, which is to become stronger. He doesn't have much time left. This time, he must defeat Blaise Lin at the 5 Peaks martial gathering, avenging his previous disgrace. And Ethan Yi is also well prepared this time. That's his sister, Alicia Yi. Alicia Yi has now led 800,000 Northern Gale elite cavalry to sweep through 33 countries, and is revered as the Empress of the Northern Realm. Ethan Yi plans to stay after the 5 Peaks martial gathering, and then write a letter to have him lead the army to come. Then he revealed a lecherous expression on his face. Brother is looking forward to meeting Alicia. At the same time, Alicia Yi is sitting aggressively on the throne. At this time, a subordinate came to report. It turned out that the 3-year agreement has come to an end. Ethan Yi hopes that 7 days later, Alicia Yi will lead a force of 300,000 troops to visit the Qinglan sect of Immortality to witness his power. Alicia Yi believes that 7 days is too long. Now, all the northern territories have pledged allegiance to her. This time is just right to seize the opportunity to return to the central continent. Alicia Yi is so eager to head to the Qinglan sect of Immortality because she wants to fulfill the promise she made to Blaise Lin when they were young. During these 12 years, she has been missing our eldest brother every moment. Bad Guy Senior Brother was seen for the first time. A totally non-resistant bad guy. And this person is none other than our second junior sister, Grace Gua. The eldest brother, who had just changed into his night clothes, was planning to sneak out in the dark of night to steal medicine. Who knew that Caleb suddenly appeared? It turned out that the 4th junior sister said her wound had worsened and the pain was unbearable. She asked Blaise Lin to come over quickly. Eldest brother saw through small junior sister's tricks in no time. With the effects of his Millennium Blood Coagulation Bomb, almost any external injury could be healed the same night. So he asked Caleb to go back and tell small junior sister that he had gone to Maiden's Peak to pay respects and had not returned. Tell her to rest well. But Caleb didn't understand why eldest brother had to disguise himself like this to see Master. Is it possible that eldest brother wants to go out on patrol as well? To catch disciples from the cultivation sect who come out at night to do bad things. Those who know me also know Caleb. I have to say, Caleb my little brother is really a natural fool. Who knows, Blaise Lin arrived at the alchemy workshop. Blaise Lin unexpectedly discovered disciples other than himself coming out to do the task. So he quickly caught up with them. He then questioned which unit the other party belonged to. Do you know you were speeding? I am Blaise Lin, the chief disciple of Celestial One Peak. Please move aside quickly. The man in the mask completely ignored Blaise Lin and continued to accelerate.